So we are now starting to work on section 1.3, processing aerial imagery. We're going to work with data from this USGS program, USDA program called NAIP, NAIP. This is the National Agriculture Imagery Program, an amazing set of open aerial imagery data. They have wall-to-wall coverage of the entire US. They fly planes and they release the data every 3 years at 60 centimeters, sometimes at 30 centimeter resolution, aerial imagery. So this is amazing open source imagery. NAIP imagery is widely used in agriculture studies in the US. Elsewhere also, this is kind of the largest repository of aerial imagery that's available openly. So a lot of deep learning models are trained on this imagery as well. So great data source, lovely imagery. So let's start and see what this imagery looks like and what we can do with it. In your data folder, we have another folder called NAIP. Inside of this, we have certain files. The NAIP files comes as tiles because you have data for the entire country and you have very high resolution data. These files are very big. This is a JP2 extension file. So it's a JPEG 2000 format. So this is like a JPEG compressed file. It's widely used for imagery data. So you can get nice compression out of this and you have this data into different tiles. For this example, just to make sure that everybody can run this in the enough time that we have for the class, I've selected a subset. Typically, you download the data for a county or a state, and you have a few terabytes of data. And you'll have to say, I have this data, what can I do with this? The task that we want to do is we have a shapefile, and we want to say, I want to create a mosaic for this particular region. So let's look at what data we have. So in the NAIP folder, we have this file, aoi.shp. This is the shapefile for the Napa city in California. And let's say we are working on a project, we want a mosaic for the city. And we say, okay, let's download some NAIP data. We've downloaded the data. We have a lot of tiles. I want to mosaic them and clip it to this particular shapefile. So let me add some base map to it so we know where we are in the world. And let's load some tiles. So I'm just going to load one tile here. You can see this is outside our city, but this is what one tile looks like. I'm going to go and maybe find some other tile. You can see they are in a grid format. You have files for each of this. So you can see this image, this tile is for this part of the city. And you can see it's heavily compressed. As I'm zooming in, QGIS is loading the pixels from the file. And as I'm zooming in, you can see more pixels coming in. So this is what the data looks like. Fairly nice resolution, 60 centimeter resolution aerial imagery. And we have those tiles. So first we want to merge the tile and create mosaic for the whole region. And then we want to clip it. And we want to produce this mosaic. And we want to do this, maybe we want to create a nice mosaic that we can put as a cog, or we want to share with somebody who needs this data. So let's go through the process. When you have files like this, adding all those files to your GIS viewer is not a good idea. If I drag and drop everything, most likely my QGIS will freeze. Any other software, if I load thousands of those files, software will freeze. So the first problem that you'll have when you have a lot of the tiles is, I don't even know what the coverage looks like. What region does it cover? What does my tile look like? Are they even valid? Are there any missing tiles, etc.? So the very first step that you typically do in your aerial imagery workflow is you take your tiles, say, I will take all these tiles and I want to create a preview of what it looks like. So let's first take this. We'll create a virtual raster by combining all of this, and then we'll just visualize a preview of it so we can know what this looks like.